I have personally spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on Disney World snacks, so I'm here to tell you the truth about what Disney World snacks are worth it and which ones truly are not. Let's go ahead and dive in, and I hope you're very hungry. For today's breakdown, we're gonna be doing it by categories, things that I feel are important, things that I feel are exciting, starting off with fries, because fries are very important in the theme park world. And I don't just mean regular fries, I mean the good stuff. There are a lot of really good fries in Disney World and some that are just kind of so-so. So the ones that are really worth it and that are so delicious, we're gonna start off with the pulled pork fries from Flame Tree Barbecue. These are iconic, truly, in the world of Disney, especially if you're a Disney food blog fan, which I am and have been for literal years. They are classic fries with pulled pork, delicious cheese, scallions on top, and they are hefty and delicious. Next up, we have the more new additions that Disney just released, like, I guess last summer-ish. The first is going to be the black garlic truffle fries. Now you can get these in a few spots, like, I'm trying to think, Columbia Harbor House, Connections Eatery. I think at one point Cosmic Rays had them. There's a few spots that you can find this in particular. These are amazing. They're actually French fries topped with black garlic truffle aioli and Parmesan, and they do not hold back. In the same vein, the new buffalo fries also came out around the same time with the garlic truffle fries, and these are a big hit, especially with one of our editors over on the site. She loves them. You can find these at Rosie's in Hollywood Studios and maybe a few other places. They're kind of rotating. It has ranch seasoning flavored French fries. That alone already sounds delicious, but it is drizzled with buffalo ranch sauce and blue cheese dressing. Now this one is a little bit more of a hidden gem, and it's actually one that has been around for years, but I really don't hear people talking about it, so I'm gonna shout it out now in my fries section, and that is the Wachos at Rick's Sports Bar and Grill over at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. I've had these years ago, and they have lived right here in my head rent-free since then. They are so good. Now, to be honest, are they worth you like getting on a bus and going over there just for these? I don't know about all that, but if you're there and you're like, what sounds really good? It's these fries. They're crispy waffle fries loaded with house blended queso blanco, bacon scallions, and a queso fresco on top. And then also you can put pork carnitas or even grilled chicken on top. And it is just, they're so good. You also can't talk about fries in Disney World without talking about poutine in Disney World, because poutine, while it is its own thing, is also, at the end of the day, fancy fries. There are so many spots to grab different types of poutine, gravy, cheese curds, and whatever toppings you can think of. A few of our favorite spots are going to be the Daily Poutine over in Disney Springs. Le Cellier, actually in Epcot, has some excellent options, and then Refreshment Port over in Epcot also has some really great options if you're not looking to do the table service of it all. They're so delicious. Refreshment Port in particular has some of my favorites because they rotate all the time. Every single festival has their own like version of poutine that you can grab there, and they are so good. It's unbeatable to me. They're delicious, and while this is a snacks video, that can be a meal if you really want it to be, because they're hefty. Now the fries that aren't worth it, to be honest, we're gonna talk about those classic Disney World fries, the little thin, crispy ones. They're good and I enjoy them, and I have them a lot, especially with my burgers. But if I want a snack and I'm going out of my way to purchase just French fries, those are not worth it. Get the fancy ones, get the exciting ones. It just makes the snack feel a little bit more financially worth it, and it's a lot more exciting. So sorry to normal fries, sorry to the beige babes, but I want some fancy fries. I don't just want regular fries if I'm getting a snack. Now we've talked about the salty, so let's head over to the sweet, and we're gonna talk ice cream in Disney World. So there are several different spots to get ice cream in Disney World, but we're gonna talk about some of my favorites today. The first that I think is one of the most exciting ones is Les Artisans over in Epcot in the France Pavilion. There are so many different things that you can find here. Some really iconic treats. The macaron ice cream sandwiches are a real standout, and frankly, just the normal sorbet that they have, so delicious. But that ice cream martini is gonna be so much fun for adults who are looking for a little bit of a twist on their classic ice cream. This spot just has really good flavors that I think the quality, frankly, is amazing, and you're in France, so why not indulge a little bit? Next up, this is really two spots in one, but they're kind of the same vein. So it's Hollywood Scoops and Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. Hollywood Scoops is in Hollywood Studios, it's kind of in the name, and it's right across from the Fantasmic Theater, right down from Tower of Terror. Now this one is good. I actually really enjoy it. It has some really fun options like their delicious brownie sundae, and they have a lot of rotating favorites if you kind of keep your eyes peeled. But at the end of the day, it's really just Edie's ice cream, which is so good, but it's not gonna like knock your socks off. I really go for the more fancy items, but I also love Hollywood Scoops because as a child, I was too scared to ride the Tower of Terror. And so my parents and my brother would go ride Tower, and sometimes my dad would sit with me, but if he really wanted to ride Tower once I was old enough, they would give me money and I would go to Hollywood Scoops and I would get ice cream and they would go ride Tower of Terror if the wait was short. And I would just sit and eat my ice cream with them. So I love Hollywood Scoops for that reason. Also, Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, kind of a similar thing. It's Edie's ice cream. They do have some fancy options. We are big fans of Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, especially after the end of a long Magic Kingdom day and you're sitting on Main Street and you're eating your ice cream. I love it. It is still just Edie's ice cream. You can go get some pretty much wherever you want. So those are more about the vibes and the atmosphere than it is about the actual snack. But I'm gonna say that it's worth it because I think everybody needs a classic ice cream treat no matter what park you're in. So I'm not gonna diss it. You can't talk about ice cream in Disney World without talking about Beaches and Cream over at Disney's Yacht and Beach Club. Beaches and Cream. Now, hold on, because it is also Edie's ice cream, but my goodness, do I love it. The No Way Jose is a absolute standout. And if you're looking for just something like fun and crazy, the kitchen sink is also just a weird thing to do that's fun with a big group. They also, I think the reason they deserve the big shout out is because they do have those amazing milkshakes that are just like over the top, beyond your wildest dreams. And if you don't want to eat at the restaurant, you don't have to. They have a walk-up window, which also really helps and like makes it more fun because you don't necessarily have to have a reservation if you don't want it. Now that being said, I do actually love the restaurant. I think the vibes are very cute and bright and open. And I also really enjoy a lot of the food there. The French dip is delicious and it's like the perfect salty pairing to go with your sweet ice cream. So I'm a big Beaches and Cream fan. For truly exciting flavors and not just your run-of-the-mill ice cream flavors, you have to go to Salt and Straw in Disney Springs. Salt and Straw is right across from Summer House on the Lake and it is wild. Sometimes it's like so wild you don't even want to try it because it's just like it's a little bit too far for us. For me, not us. Our team loves it and I really love it. It's on this list for a reason. One of the best things about Salt and Straw too is that they do have their staple flavors, but they also have like a new menu every single month. So there's something really exciting pretty much all the time at Salt and Straw. So part of their monthly menu series, as I'm filming it right now, is they have the chocolate almond gold bar, cake batter chocolate fudge, chocolate toasted buttermilk torte, raspberry white chocolate cheesecake, cocoa nib root beer float. They also have a new thing called the Taco Lot, which looks very fun. A lot of their crazier, more like out there flavors though are things like the olive oil, or sometimes they'll have bugs. The pear and blue cheese is a flavor palette. Like there's so many different kinds that I'm having to read them because they're constantly changing, but they also just are unique. Like there's things that you've probably never tried and might never try again, but we have to talk Salt and Straw when we talk ice cream. Also over in Disney Springs, you can talk about Ghirardelli because that's kind of the best ice cream and chocolate ever. It might not seem as exciting to some, especially because it's a chain and you can get it a lot of places. Salt and Straw is a chain, but it's not necessarily everywhere. Ghirardelli might feel like it's a little bit more accessible, even if you're not in Disney World. But my goodness, you pair that Ghirardelli chocolate with any kind of their ice cream or milkshakes or anything, and it's just gonna knock you off your feet. I don't care who you are. It's so delicious and the quality is absolutely incredible. Finally, Magic Kingdom, we're gonna give Anti-Gravity's a shout out because Anti-Gravity's is good. It has some more plain offerings and it's mainly milkshakes, but what makes Anti-Gravity really stand out and the reason I mention it here is because they have rotating seasonal options that just knock you off your feet. If they say that they have a limited time option, go try it. It is one of my favorite things in Magic Kingdom and it's not always there, so it's like sometimes I love Anti-Gravity's, sometimes I'm skipping it, but if you see a limited time option on that menu, I would highly recommend it. There's very few that I've ever tried that I haven't been like blown away by. They're just Really, really tasty. I'm a huge fan, especially during the holiday season is where you're gonna find a lot of these options. So Anti-Gravity's is gonna get a shout out from me here. Not necessarily for their full-time menu, but for what they are capable of, which I think does matter. Now the not worth it, in my personal opinion, are gonna go to those just like hand scooped, whatever you can get plain chocolate vanilla strawberries. Now I love chocolate and vanilla and strawberry. I have it in my house right now. But if I'm in Disney World, I really love a snack that I cannot get everywhere, and so that's why a lot of times I'm skipping Hollywood scoops and even sometimes Plaza ice cream. Even though I love them, you might catch me skipping them because I want the limited time, I want the exciting, and I want the rare. Eaties, I can have at home, and it's delicious at home and in the parks. Now in the same vein of a sweet cold treat, we're gonna talk about Dole Whips, because yes, Dole Whip is different than ice cream. It's not the same. I don't care if it's the same in your mind. They're not the same to me, and they're not the same to Disney World, so I'm separating the categories. First up, we're gonna talk about the Key Lime Dole Whip because it's exciting, it's rare, you cannot get it everywhere. You can only find it over at Disney's Old Key West Resort, and it's nice, it's tart, and very exciting. So Key Lime Dole Whip is gonna get a shout out. The next options are really more of the places that you can grab Dole Whip, except for there is one other exception, which I'll go ahead and talk about, and that is the pineapple upside down cake at Aloha Isle in Magic Kingdom. Aloha Isle is the home of Dole Whip. If you want just the classic pineapple or a few other flavors or even a float, Aloha Isle is the place to go. All very good, but to me, that pineapple upside down cake is stellar. Like knock you on your back, feet over, like so good. I absolutely love this thing. Our whole team agrees that if you're looking for something that isn't just that classic flavor, this is the thing to get. So those are the two items that I'll mention by name, but the rest we're gonna talk more about location. Also over in Magic Kingdom, you can check out Sunshine Tree Terrace. Now this one is one that people I feel like tend to walk past as they're headed to Aloha Isle or as they're headed to the Jungle Cruise, but it deserves a shout out, especially if you're an Orange Bird fan, because he's all over that thing. I really love this one if you're looking for unique flavors, maybe something that you haven't ever tried before. Specifically, the I Lava You float is very famous and very tasty. Over in Disney Springs, you can also get Dole Whip, which is very exciting because you don't need a park ticket to get it. That's what I feel like in the past, it was really like, oh, you have to have a Magic Kingdom park ticket. That's the only place you can get pineapple Dole Whip. That's not the case anymore. There's actually a few places that you don't have to have a park ticket. One of them being Swirls on the Water in Disney Springs. Swirls on the Water is another one that just kind of takes your classic flavors and takes your normal run-of-the-mill Dole Whip and makes it more exciting. They also have something that I really love in the Dole Whip floats. So you can get 3 different little flavors and you can try different options that they might have for that month. They are consistently doing new menu items, especially around the holidays, but about once a month, they're gonna have a new menu item and a new flight of those 3 flavors. So definitely check it out. Big fans of Swirls on the Water. Over in Animal Kingdom, if you really want some Dole Whip, you can get to Tamu Tamu, which is so good. I absolutely love this. You can find a lot of classic flavors here, but what I think is extra exciting if you're looking for an adult version, you can also get a spiked Dole Whip float, which is just, I don't know, kind of above and beyond. Really, really good. I also really want to shout out Tamu Tamu's Pineapple Crisp Sundae. Now, technically, this should have gone in the ice cream section, but we're talking about Tamu Tamu here, so I'm not trying to make it confusing. This is like the pineapple upside down cake plus a little bit. Like, it's so delicious, so good, but we're talking Dole Whip, so I'm not gonna talk about that too much. You can also go to Pineapple Lanai and Wailulu Bar and Grill to find some pineapple Dole Whip and different options. Both are good. I don't think there are any major standouts. They oftentimes have some fun rotating things, but not as frequently as any of the other spots we've talked about. So they're more so, get it if you're there, but maybe don't go out of your way for it. Now, in the not worth it section, to be honest, there's no bad Dole Whip. We will warn you, some of those rarer flavors might have a little bit, they might not be as good as the classics. That's the best way to put it. We're thinking about the strawberry in particular. I like the strawberry. Quincy thinks it's very like fakey, not like a good, it's not a good strawberry flavor. It tastes very artificial. I think that's fair. That's a fair critique. But personally, we are gonna skip the classic Dole Whip to get that pineapple upside down cake. It's not that it's not worth it, it's that we think the other one is just a little bit more exciting. So that's our personal preference. Don't come at us with pitchforks. We love the classics. But do I think if I could get the classic and get it even better, I should do that? Yes, I do think that. and so should you. You can't talk Disney World snacks without acknowledging on some level the Epcot festivals. There are 4 throughout the year, and they are incredible. They are what make Epcot Epcot at this point, and it's what the park is known for. We love you, Guardians, but you're not gonna top the Epcot festivals. By the time this video comes out, the first one's already done, which is so sad. Festival of the Arts will have already completed, and I love Festival of the Arts. It's one of my favorites, and I just think it actually might be my #1. If you wanna see a full video, even though the fest is over, and see kind of like what a festival looks like, different entertainment options, and see what foods they had at this last one, we have a full video for you right on the channel if you want to go check it out. But we will go ahead and talk about the other 3. The next one upcoming, which is going to start on March 4th, is going to be Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival, which is another favorite. Actually, I think it's Quincy's favorite in particular. Bring your allergy medicine. It's a lot of fun, and I think a great option for vegan eaters as well, vegan and vegetarian especially. You can also find the most famous one, which is Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. It's also the biggest and goes on for the longest amount of time, so this was the one that a majority of people experience. And then after Food and Wine, there is the Epcot Festival of the Holidays, which is very, very short, but very sweet, and definitely relies heavily on the sweet dessert side of the holidays. As far as snacks go, the festival foods are going to be some of the best snacks that you can get in Epcot. They're all fairly budget friendly, and they're not massive. They definitely fall in a snacks category. If you're with someone, it's really fun to each get different entrees or items and then just trade back and forth, try a lot. That's my favorite thing to do when I'm at Epcot, especially if I'm there for fun, is just eat as much as I can from the festivals, because no matter what, they're absolutely delicious, and you're gonna find at least 1 or 2 things that blows you away. Now, in all fairness, the menus have not dropped at the time of recording for these festivals. Although there aren't necessarily massive changes from year to year, each year does see potentially new booths, potentially new menus, and then a few returning favorites. So there's definitely lots of options, but I'm not gonna get into exactly what you can find just yet. Luckily though, we do a full video about everything that you can experience at those festivals that drops just a few days after the first day of each festival, so stick around, we'll get you covered when it's closer to time. When it comes to not worth it for the Epcot Festival, we're gonna be honest, there isn't really a worst option here, mainly because we don't know what they are yet. There will be some items that are just like not worth your money or not our favorite flavor profiles, but I don't want to boil things down to what used to be bad in the past, because a lot of times Disney will make those items better. They'll improve them, they might remove them from the menus, so I'm not gonna hate on them just yet, even if we didn't like something in the past, because I'm gonna give it a chance to grow and learn. We all deserve chances to grow and learn, and so do Epcot festivals. We will say, especially if you're heading around Epcot, buying snacks that aren't festival plates can sometimes feel a little bit like a waste. The quality just typically doesn't match. They're oftentimes the same price for a little bit less, or they're a little bit cheaper, but they're just not as good. So if you're there during a festival, our advice is going to be eat at the festival. Mac and cheese also deserves its own category at Disney World, because Disney has a lot more mac and cheese than you might think, and it is so good. It's my favorite thing. Macaroni, cheese, what else can you ask for? Luckily for us, they have some pretty exciting options. So we're gonna start with our #1, which of course, if you've not been around Disney World lore, you might not know this, but the Gasparilla macaroni and cheese actually I think deserves some sort of award. I don't know if there is one, but I'm gonna give it this award. This is a classic mac and cheese that is house made at a quick service at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. There is just something about this. I will never forget the first time I had this mac and cheese. I've had it many times since then. It is just cheesy, it's so creamy, but it's not too much. It's just like the perfect balance of what you would want your mac and cheese to be. I think a lot better than a lot of the macaroni and cheese that you can find in the theme parks. That macaroni and cheese, especially the kid options, I think sometimes are just strange flavors or a little bit dry. Next, over in Epcot, we're gonna talk about Regal Eagles mac and cheese. This is also really, really delicious, but it's definitely a snack portion, which I can really appreciate. It's not necessarily a full meal, so you're not gonna feel weighed down by all the carbs and calories that come with a traditional mac and cheese. Now their mac and cheese actually is oven baked, which I just think is so delish, and it's served with white cheddar. So it's not as sharp, and it's a really different, unique like flavor profile. I feel like if you're just having classic mac and cheese, white cheddar is a little bit more exciting to me. And again, it's not too much. You can also get it as a kid's meal, and it's served with 2 different sides, which I can appreciate because then you can have a little bit of health, a little drink, and mac and cheese. I will say, one thing that Regal Eagle, in my opinion, has done us dirty on is they have taken away the loaded burnt end fries. Sometimes they're there, it's not all that often. And this also had mac and cheese on it, as well as burnt ends, onion rings, scallions, all on a bed of fries. It was incredible. I think it needs to bring it back because it would be at the top of our loaded fries list, and then also in the macaroni and cheese list because it deserves to be shouted out in both. So Regal Eagle, just go ahead and write that down. Please bring it back. Over in Animal Kingdom, we're gonna give a shout out to 8 Spoons Cafe because this is where you're gonna find some of the best macaroni and cheese, not just in Animal Kingdom, but in Disney World. Now, weird, fun little Disney fact, this mac and cheese has been on a journey. For a while it was at 8 Spoons, then they moved it to Smiling Crocodile. Well, now it's back at 8 Spoon, which I really, really appreciate. This is where you can find the baked macaroni and cheese with pulled pork, and you can also find the baked macaroni and cheese with buffalo chicken. Now, these are so good. They're perfectly bite-sized. My personal preference is the pulled pork. A lot of times it is topped with crispy onions, and it is just such a textural dream. It's delicious, it's ooey, gooey, savory, and then it has an amazing crunch on top. We are also going to shout out the crispy mac and cheese bites that you can find over at Wine Bar George and the basket, which is the basket at Wine Bar George. These are in Disney Springs. This is a fun take on macaroni and cheese. Anything that's at Wine Bar George is going to get a big heart from us for the most part. This is one of those. It's a good appetizer, a really nice crisp crunchy bite, and just a fun way to start your meal, or a good snack if you're just running around Disney Springs. Now, the not worth it in the mac and cheese category, this might be a little bit controversial. I am speaking on behalf of Emma. Sometimes when we film videos like this, we'll say we because it's our whole team, or it's a lot of people on our team that have kind of come together to share opinions. This is an Emma opinion, completely and totally. The mac and cheese hand pie from Friar's Nook in Magic Kingdom is not worth it to me. I know that our friends over at Disney Food Blog and other members of the team really love this mac and cheese pie. It is not my favorite. When I tried it, I found the macaroni to be pretty dry, not super gooey. I found the pastry to also be a little bit dry, which just made it strange. And then it has the delicious plastic cheese sauce on it that we love, but then it made it messy for me to eat, and it wasn't enough to save it from the dry pastry and the dry mac and cheese. It was just not a favorite of mine. I honestly found it frustrating and didn't like it all that much. So I think that that's not worth it. I also know people who really love it. So maybe I just got a bad one, but for now, until I have a good one, I'm gonna keep saying it was not worth it. Disney snacks aren't just about the theme parks and Disney Springs though. Disney has a whole world of dining over at the resorts that you might not know about. And I think some of the best snacks are over at the resorts. So we're also gonna talk about the resorts' hidden gems and the must-haves. So starting off, this one's more of an entree, but I'm gonna put it in the snack category because I want to talk about it, and it's the Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs. The Blue Ribbon Corn Dog stand is gonna be over at Disney's Boardwalk Resort, and I am a fan. These kind of rose to fame over in Disneyland before they finally joined us in Disney World in 2025, and I love them. Now, these are on the pricier side of things, but I have paid for them and I will continue to pay for them because I genuinely think they're good. I also love anytime there's a classic snack that kind of gets like a new fun twist. So a corn dog in tons of different ways. The pickle dog is there if you really want to try it. I personally loved the Golden Dragon, which you can dip in a myriad of sauce that is just delicious, so crispy and delicious. I also think the Mexican street dog was really, really tasty and exciting. They also have giant mozzarella there. They have classic corn dogs if you have picky eaters. And a lot of times they also do have a limited time rotating flavor. They even have deep fried Hawaiian rolls. Another resort must-have that I think a lot of people know about, but if you don't, I'm gonna shout about it again, is the Mickey beignets from Scat Cat Club over at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter Resort. That's kind of a mouthful. These beignets live rent-free in my head, and I have been living in Tennessee for about a year now, and that's one of the things that I miss most about living in Florida is the ability to get in my car and drive and pick up Mickey beignets and then go home, which I did frequently. The Mickey beignets, they're light, they're fluffy, they're classics, and they're covered in that powdered sugar that just makes you feel kind of messy but like alive. They're so delicious. Another thing that I think you guys might be picking up on at this point is they have a lot of rotating options that are very exciting. Right now when I'm filming this, they have a very limited time Valentine's Day option that is berries and love. That's like a raspberries and white chocolate beignet. My personal favorite is their Halloween option, which is the Ghoulish Delight. They have had these for 2 or 3 years now. Who knows if they'll bring it back in 2026, but if Disney World loves me at all, they will bring it back. Josh D'Amaro, who is the new CEO, you're my close personal friend, bring them back. Just make sure to bring them back for me. That's all I ask. I've actually asked for a few things in this video. This is my #1 priority though, personally. They're absolutely delicious, and I just love anytime, again, you can get a classic and make it even better. Over at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge is where you can find the famous zebra domes. They of course have to be shouted out in our snacks category. These are chocolate mousse baked with an amarula cream liquor coated white chocolate and then drizzled with chocolate stripes and chocolate shavings. These have been famous for a long time, and I had actually not had them until semi-recently in my life, just a few years ago, and I'd always heard about them, but I'm not much of a mousse dessert kind of person. These changed me. They changed me. They're so delicious. I just think they melt in your mouth. They're so creamy, so chocolatey, but not overwhelming. They are worth going over to Animal Kingdom Lodge for. You should be going to Animal Kingdom Lodge at the very least to eat at Sanaa or Boma or Chico, and also to see the animals. And then while you're there, you should get zebra domes too. And if you're at Boma in particular, you can actually get a morning cocktail, I think if you're there for breakfast, with zebra domes in it. Captain Cook's is gonna be home to one of our savory snacks, which is the pulled pork nachos. This is another one that like, kind of an entree, kind of a snack. I'm putting it in a snack category because a lot of times I share them. These are absolutely delicious. I love these. I go out of my way for them. They are topped with cheese, spicy mayo, pico de gallo, and a pineapple salsa, which makes them really crunchy, super savory, and then a nice sweetness on top to really balance it out and make it interesting. It's not just your run-of-the-mill nachos. It's not like a theme park nacho that you're gonna get. These are actually delicious and so good. Mobile order it, take it outside. You can watch fireworks if you're there at night. You can get Dole Whip if you're there. It's a real pleasure. They're a real pleasure to enjoy. Going back to the boardwalk, we're gonna talk about the Cake Bake Bakery. Now, Cake Bake Restaurant and Cake Bake Bakery are kind of controversial. We really love it. We are huge fans of it, but they are not the cheapest. These cake slices run you about $22 per slice, which is kind of hard to say out loud. And then it's even harder that I'm recommending it because I love these cake slices. I'm a huge fan of the Cake Bake Restaurant. I know that a lot of our staff, if not almost all of us, also love the Cake Bake Restaurant Bakery. They're genuinely delicious, and I think it's a really fun way to celebrate and make your Disney World trip like even nicer. We went for my mom's birthday and we had on our matching Magic or Tragic shirts, and it was just one of my favorite memories ever, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Now, the not worth it category, I'm gonna say the Ohana bread pudding, but stop, don't turn this video off. I'm not saying that it's not good, because it actually is worth it. But why is it on my not worth it category? Well, if you're going to Ohana just to get the bread pudding, it is not worth it. Ohana is delicious. It is also pricey. And if you're just going for dessert and noodles, save your money. Don't go just for the dessert and noodles. If you really, really, really want Ohana bread pudding, go to Tambu Lounge and get it there. You can also get pot stickers and you can get those noodles. You can get it all a la carte, so you don't have to pay those hefty Ohana prices just so you can get dessert. Ohana bread pudding is amazing, but it is not worth it if you are paying that price tag and eating everything else just so that way you can taste the bread pudding. Just go get it on its own. We've talked about a lot of sweets, we've talked about a lot of savory, but I think you cannot talk about Disney World snacks without talking about those amazing cupcakes, cookies, and pastries. Now, I'm kind of looping these all into one because there are so many of these things, but not all of them really stack up and are equal. So we're just gonna talk about them all together all at once. Gaston's Tavern is actually like really winning in this category because they have not one but two things. The first over at Gaston's is gonna be that creme brulee croissant. Now this has been super popular. It's been very famous since it debuted pretty much last year. Everyone has been going crazy over this creme brulee croissant. And at first I was like, maybe, I don't know. They were right. They were right to do so. It is crispy croissant dough filled with a vanilla bean custard. The top is like a perfect crunch as you bite into it. It is so good. It's probably one of the best snacks that you can get in Magic Kingdom right now. Now next is also still at Gaston's, and it's because I absolutely love it. And this was an Emma edition. The gray stuff cupcake. It just fills me with joy. It fills me with actual real life joy. It is a chocolate cupcake that is topped with the gray stuff and then crispy pearls on top. The gray stuff is essentially like a really delicious cookies and cream flavor, at least in my opinion. It is moist, it's an actually good cupcake, and a lot of times Disney cupcakes are pretty but not necessarily like something you enjoy as you're eating it. This one I genuinely enjoy as I'm eating it, and I think even if I go for breakfast, I'm getting a gray stuffed cupcake because it's one of my favorites and it deserves the love that it receives. Now, if you're talking best cupcake in Disney World, which can be big words, me and my mom, I didn't ask her if she agrees with me, but I already know she agrees with me. The two of us are gonna be voting for the Campfire Cupcake. This is over at Wilderness Lodge at Roaring Fork, which Roaring Fork also underrated, has amazing coffees, really fun entrees, but this Campfire Cupcake actually blew me away. She and I went out of our way to get it one day and we were like, oh, it'll be good. It wasn't just good, it was grand. It was amazing. It is also a chocolate cupcake and it has chocolate rocks and buttercream and a marshmallow topping. And it is, it's like, it's worthy of a scream. It is so good. It kind of just, I don't know, that campfire cupcake, the marshmallows, the crunchiness, it's like a s'more, but better and extra chocolatey. Go out of your way for this one and get one of their lovely sweet coffees while you're there, and then go sit in the train room, because that to me is the most Magic Disney experience you can ever have, and it's absolutely incredible. Now this is where we're gonna get a little spicy in our cookies and sweets section, because I'm gonna recommend the Summer House cookies over the Gideon's Bakehouse cookies. Gideon's Bakehouse deserves love. It is very delicious, super indulgent, and so many fun flavors and changes. I also think the line that it experiences at Disney Springs is unwarranted. I don't ever go to Gideon's because I don't think the line, they're cookies at the end of the day. So oftentimes I'm not finding myself waiting in that long of a line for the cookies. However, Summer House on the Lake also has cookies, and they have a walk-up cookie bar. They also have interesting and fun flavors. They also have rotating flavors. They have cookie bite little jars that you can get that just have like different bites of all the different flavors, which I love because I just love to taste things. This is so good. Not only do they have this, and Gideon's does have its cold brews and the cake slices. I'm gonna actually vote Summer House over Gideon's, and honestly, I know that Quincy agrees because when she was looking over this to see if I said anything crazy, she wrote in parentheses, agree queen. So there's at least two people on the AllEars team that are gonna vote for Summer House cookies, and I'm one of them. Also, this is kind of a combo of cupcakes and cookies sandwiches, but caramel kuchen, I think I'm saying that incorrect, but I'm trying my best. It has such amazing options. Now this is another one that you can kind of find different seasonal options, but their cupcakes and their cookie sandwiches are worth it no matter what season it is. In particular, the gingerbread cookie sandwich. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of things here that I think are good, some that I think are overhyped, but those cookie sandwiches and those cupcakes, 9 times out of 10 are going to be the best dessert that you can get in Epcot. Hands down, no questions. This is the exception to the festival rule. Yes, I think you should always be eating at festivals. For desserts, you need to go and get one of these cupcakes or the cookie sandwiches. Now, not worth it. There are a lot of not worth it's in Disney World. A lot of times we talk about those pre-packaged snacks and desserts, especially that you can find at the confectionery in Magic Kingdom, and that is still true. I still believe all of that. If it's pre-packaged, skip it. There are better options. However, the confectionery, as of late, has really said new year, new me. and I don't like the new me. I don't like them. They've done a few new options and our team has just like not really loved it. I personally was the reporter who got to try the strawberry Mickey cookies sandwich with the freeze-dried Skittles. I didn't like it. I was not a fan. It just was very artificial and interesting, and the textures didn't work well together. They also did a new version of their peanut butter cookie pie. It was the peanut butter and jelly cookie pie. Our reporter who tried it said it almost brought her to tears. Like, she just did not like it. So unfortunately, some of the newer items at the Main Street Confectionery are going to be on our not worth it list, which I never thought I would say, but I also don't want to just keep giving you the same answers all the time of like, don't get the prepackaged, because that's true, but there's also items that just aren't good. And unfortunately, the confectionery has two very notable not good items right now. So we'll see how long they last. They might, by the time you watch this, they might be gone. But if they're not, don't buy them. Finally, we're gonna be ending with our savory snacks that you can find around Disney World, because yes, we have talked about some savory things, but honestly, Disney World leans very sweet heavy. So I wanna give these last few a shout out, all of their own. And luckily, there are a lot more than I thought there were, because I feel like Disney World really tends to be like a dessert forward place. So compiling all of these together was like a really nice, exciting reminder. First, we're talking spring rolls. There are actually two places now that you can get the fun Disney spring rolls. One is the popcorn and snack stand over in Hollywood Studios in Toy Story Land, and the other is the spring roll cart over in Adventureland in Magic Kingdom. That's the OG. Now, both of them right now at the time of filming have the pizza spring rolls, and then Magic Kingdoms also has the cheeseburger spring rolls. It doesn't matter, you cannot go wrong no matter what you're buying. They're crispy, they're savory, and they are just absolutely delicious. My one caveat is I do think in the summertime when it is boiling hot and they're a little bit greasy, they might not make you feel the best, but if you are having them any other time, highly recommend. They're some of my favorites. And honestly, I felt like popcorn and snack stands were even better, which I was very nicely surprised by. So highly recommend those. Next, we're gonna talk about the cheeseburger pods over at Satuli Canteen in Animal Kingdom in Pandora. Now, this one honestly is not my #1 favorite, but I have a lot of respect for the people who love them, and I do see the merit in them. They're bao buns with cheeseburger filling. They kind of remind me of a Crystal's burger. You can get them a la carte. You also can get them as an entree. I really love them. When I get them infrequently. Now, there are people who get them every time they're in the park, and I'm not that kind of person, but I think they're very fun and unique. So if you've never had them, I definitely think you should try them at least once. And after that, you can decide how frequently you enjoy them. I would be remiss if I did not talk about the corn on the cob with the African spices from Harambe in Animal Kingdom. This one's kind of been going back and forth on where it's located and when it's available, but if you see it, grab it. It's corn, which is healthy. Of course, it's so healthy for you. Don't worry about the butter or whatever else they take to make it. Just worry about corn. And honestly, in Disney World, you need a healthy snack. You need some corn. It's good for your body. And then this one's also delicious because it has amazing African spices on it. It's savory and doesn't make you feel bad like some Disney World snacks will. And some of them do. And that's just the honest truth. Also in Animal Kingdom is like having a moment in this discussion, is the new arepas that you can find over at Smiling Crocodile. I personally just had this for the first time not too long ago, and oh my gosh. So technically you're getting, I think it's 1 or 2, and I was like, we'll try it, we'll see how they're. So good. You guys, these were delicious. I tried the pulled chicken and it just was a myriad of flavors that was so interesting. It was so nice and warm and comforting. I had it on a rainy day, so it just like warmed me from the inside. The flavors were nice and bright, and then there was a lovely amount of cheese on top. It was just so good. And I'm also curious to see if this is a hint at what is coming to Pueblo Esperanza, which is going to be the new land there. This is kind of a sidebar, but arepas are what Mirabel's mother makes in Encanto. So I'd be interested to see if like that comes over there. I don't know. Maybe not. They are delicious though. So either way, you should try them out. Over in Hollywood Studios, I'm always going to be talking about the Ronto wrap. The Ronto wrap is absolutely delicious. It's especially a good snack if you split it in half with someone. It's a classic. It's very filling. My personal preference is the breakfast Ronto wrap, which maybe it's not a snack, but you can make it a snack. Anything's a snack if you think it's a snack in your heart. That's my preference. The peppercorn sauce, that breakfast sausage is all so good, and there's nothing in the world like it. And then you're also gonna get it with the cold brew black calf. You're gonna add 1 packet of sugar, and then it's perfect. I also think Disneyland's cold brew black calf is a little bit better. I don't know why, but add the 1 packet of sugar and then you're right there at it. Over in Epcot, you can check out the new pretzel bites with beer cheese. This is in the America Pavilion from, I believe it's Block and Hans, and we are fans. These are delicious. Now, Disney World pretzels are kind of like, some of them are amazing, and then some of them are Mickey pretzels, which is just not that great. But these were really nice. They were super flavorful, and then the beer cheese just like brought it all together and made it feel really delicious and exciting. Quincy in particular really wants me to shout out the non-pretzel bites with beer cheese over at Eat. They are also absolutely incredible, and Quincy said she's on a personal crusade to bring Eat more business and more people, and I'm gonna join her on that crusade because Eat is incredible. It is just an unfortunate location. It's like shoved all the way in the back next to the Christmas shop. You should go out of your way to try it. Incredible, fun flavors, really delicious cocktails, and a constantly changing menu, which is always a big win for us because it means things are fun, fresh, and exciting. When it comes to the not worth it in the savory category, there are actually a few not worth it. We talk about these a lot, so they might not sound new, but we're gonna reiterate, they're still not worth it. In the year of our Lord 2026, these are still not worth it. Turkey legs. They serve a purpose. Once a year I get a turkey leg and I love it once a year, and then every other time of the year I don't like it. It's just not good. They're not worth it. You're not gonna eat the whole thing, and then you're gonna pay for the whole thing. So then that's why it's not worth it. Mickey pretzels, I've already talked about this one a little bit. They're cute, Instagrammable, and fun, but they're stale and not good compared to almost any other pretzel in Disney World. And then finally, any of the plant-based cheese pizzas, these deserve a shout out because they're so terrible. They don't even connect really to some of the savory snacks we've talked about, but I just need everyone to know that every time we've tried a plant-based cheese pizza, almost in Disney World, it's been really terrible and like Elmer's glue. And I just want you guys to know that even now, they're still not improved and still not better. So, not worth it. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm starving after all of this, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. If you've made it this far though, thank you. Go ahead and drop this secret code in the comments so I know that you made it this far. Feel free to like and subscribe because we do videos like this almost every single day of the week. Tips, tricks, reviews, and more from Disney World and beyond. Why? Because we're very serious about our fun. Happy snacking!